Well, as now as it seems I'm starved for content, I am stooping as low as getting a lawnmower running. And I'll give spoilers, this thing runs pretty good, but it's just been sitting in the snow for a while. And according to the temp gun, it is -6 degrees Fahrenheit. I don't know what that is in communism. -21. So we can get that going. And since the weather's so beautiful outside, maybe we'll get the old 212 running too. She's just buried in the snow there, doing her thing. It ran, but it doesn't. It's weird. It's got some ignition problems. But it's got weights on the back, so that's how you know it's good. I got the snow thrower, but it's honestly trash. That's what I got the 504 for anyways. But yeah, the reason I want to get this John running is because someone's maybe coming to buy it today, unless they ghost me like every other Facebook Marketplace person. But yeah, let's see if we can get her going. Alright, well, she's got the Jumper Pack 9000 hooked up on her, and it won't stop beeping at me for some reason, so that's how you know it's good. And, yep, as usual, the choke cable's just, you know, frozen, so we'll have to figure that out. But will she at least turn over? Oh, she is angry. Alright, got her hooked up. Oh, yeah. She's cold. But the problem is this thing will not pull fuel at all unless this choke is de-thawed, and I do not want to break that, especially when someone's coming to buy it. So I have to pop the hood here and see what we got to do. Alright, so what I'm doing here is I'm just trying to manually actuate the choke linkage while turning it over. But man, she is frozen up. She is just frozen. Alright, time to do the most logical thing. Just gonna disregard everything else that's rubber here and just send it. Alright, well, something's smoking, so that's how you know it's getting hot. Alright, she's taut. I might have to play this the safe route. By the safe route, I mean just dumping flammable fluid down its throat. Flammable vapor. Come on, sweetheart. Well, I'm taking off the side cover here because I need a better look at that carb. I got to keep putting my phone in my pocket too, or the cold just kills the battery. And I'd be lying if I said half the time I started this thing I just skipped the choke and went straight to ether. It's a good mower. It's just that darn choke cable likes to freeze in the winter. Well, mower, snow removal. You get the point. Yeah, I know ether's bad for the cylinder walls. Yeah, I kind of don't care. No, yes. Alrighty, looks like we got cables, linkages, wires, and doodads. That's a big fuel filter. I didn't know those were serviceable on these. Huh. Alright. So there that goes, and then that pulls on that doohickey, and then this actuates the gizmo Bob, and Bob's your uncle. Oh. Alrighty. Well, at least this way I can get a better angle on it now to spray more knock in a can. So I'm just going to kind of cheat and try and use this first. Oh, this used to work 100% of the time every time. Doesn't help though when you wasted all of it trying to start your 7.3 IDI. Shut up! sometimes you have to become the choke. So something's telling me this is a mix between actual cranking power too, as well as no fuel getting to it. So I'm gonna try and just cheat and get another battery hooked up and hope that works. But if that doesn't work, then we're gonna have to try and de-thaw that choke cable. I know if you let this run long enough, the actual heat from the engine de-thaws it, but it always comes back around to being frozen. And it's just a cheap plastic handle. I don't want to break it. It also doesn't help that it has an S-curve in it, which, yeah. I hate that it does that. Alright, so what I did to get the choke to work is I just loosened up the linkage, and then I can actually just pull the sheath itself. So we'll try and start it like that. Alrighty, 700th time the charm. Fuel, so it's pulling fuel. I just don't know if we have enough spark because it's turning pretty slow. If it was turning a lot quicker, it'd probably fire right on up. Oh, caramba. All right. Well, you guys are going back in my pocket before my phone freezes. Well, after doing all the fiddling around, I finally got it connected to a car battery, and that car battery is connected to a charger, so let's see what she does. Alright, well, as things are, I've had enough of this thing's BS. Now I'm just going to do this the old tried and true way that I like to do it, and that is just apply 12 volts straight to the starter. Alright, well that's an improvement. Alright, so now we got two car batteries hooked up that are both moderately trash to a lawnmower that is being stubborn to start that I have to sell in a couple hours. That's fine. That's fine. Everything is good. You know, life is good. Make sure it's on this time. Voila, Bob's your uncle. Now keep doing your thing. Burning off all that excess junky gas that got in the exhaust. Come on, sweetheart. Throttle linkage is all sorts of goofy right now. how you know your air filter's clogged. You hear that rough idle because she's cold? Well, watch this. It's acting as a choke, it's so clogged up. It also makes it run better, so it's fine. Don't need to worry about that. Well, we're just gonna let her sit and run for a bit and hopefully de-thaw and off. Got the chains right there. Of course, I'll leave them with it. And it has a little mount for the back too. I assume this was for like a weights or something, or a bagger, but I'll be going with it too. I don't got a use for that no more. Next up here is to pull out the John Deere 212, and she's buried behind some other stuff. And I'll actually have to fire up the 504 to pull this guy on out. But before I do all of that, I need to clean up my mess and charge my phone because the cold's already almost zapped the battery. Alrighty, it's a couple hours later, and you know what? In the spirit of revivals, let's just try and get her going where she is. So, obviously, she's been sitting for a minute. I'd say I probably parked it this fall. I was cleaning out the shed. Now, I think the thing that might hold us back here is I think the starter is acting up, which kind of sucks because it's new-ish, but it's been partied pretty hard. This thing was kind of my tractor before I got my 504, so she's been definitely beaten on hard, but I'll give her some love eventually. But let's jam a battery in there and see if we can get her going. So the issue with this thing was the safeties in it were just not that good, but I got it to turn over now. The Honda battery and a lawnmower, ha ha ha. But I'm confident she's getting spark. If you go back on the channel, this thing will literally arc to the actual distributor wire or ignition coil wire. But she's been sitting a while, so it just might need to pump some fuel to the carb. The choke is frozen shut, but you know, at least that means we're getting chokeage. Oh my gosh. At least I think we are. Alright. Might have to bust out the ether for this one too. Whew. Oh, yep. Kill this battery because it's the only convenient battery I got that'll fit in here. But we'll give her one more crank here. Nope. That's just the way she's gonna go, but that's okay. We'll go get some ether and just wake her up the less fun way. John Deere green on a cold winter day. Well, I guess I was wrong, because yeah, that choke, she's wide open. We got some sauce to help aid in that. Got my subscription to starting my engines right here in a can. It's like NOS. Like NOS is a subscription for horsepower. Well, I can't even afford that. I just need to start my stuff. Alrighty, sweetheart. Let's go. Classic. I'm gonna clear up. Oh. Alright, I'll get back to you guys when she's running good. Well, she insists on being bottle fed and shooting flames at me, so God. Yeah, I can't do that. Oh. Hey! Alright, now that I'm hiding over here so it doesn't try to melt me, I'm going to move some of the stuff out behind it and then just try and back her on out. Well, let's see what she was throwing a fit about. Alright, that's still on there. Choke is still frozen, so I can't really modulate that. I think I put a load on her and it's still not able to pull enough fuel, so she's starting to bog down, but that's okay. We got her running. I'll probably get her started back on up and park her in the shed. I just realized they did polar opposites in colors. That's kind of cool. Anyways, guys, thank you for watching the video. This is just me messing with some mowers in my yard. I'm gonna go park them up. Hopefully that one sells today. Y'all have a good one. Oh, how could I forget? I don't want to cheat you guys out on a 504 cold start. This just has a C153 engine, 4-cylinder carbureted, 2.5 liter. Open that up, choke fully engaged. Mad starter. What a sweetheart. This guy needs some work too, but that'll be for a future video. Alrighty guys, thank you for watching the video and y'all have a good one. Oh, hydraulic pump's kicking in. That fluid is just thick. But if you guys enjoyed the video, please drop a like, comment, and subscribe. Thank you very much and y'all have a good one.